Greetings fellow earthlings and welcome to Rome Total War Battle Royale. Well, it's near enough. Basically there's 7 players going up in this free-for-all, and I don't know if I should put Battle Royale Total War in the title. That might be a little bit too clickbaity, but basically this is a battle of European barbarians, 7 different factions: Gaul, Germania, Britannia, Dacia, Scythia, Phrygia and Spain. I'm just spectating. And yeah, they're all going to battle, and I don't have a clue how this is going to go. But let's see. They've got to have less money, of course. Actually, I might just knock that down a little bit further. Mostly, I don't want too many soldiers on the battle. It might get a little bit too problematic. So yeah, all armies are chosen at random except for mine, which is just whatever I can choose. There we go. Okay, so first of all, Gaul. Each faction has 7,000 denarii. Yeah, of course, I don't want it to lag too much, but a little bit of lag is okay. So they've of course got some cavalry there, some missile units. Not really much to say about these barbarian factions. Oh, I was going to say they've brought a few more numbers, but of course these are quite small. There we go. So they've of course got some chariots in as expected. Not many missile units, I don't think. They've got a few, but no archers, unless I've got them on their missile units. Dacia, ooh, they're bringing in a catapult. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, and some mercenaries. Scythia, again going for a catapult, some armoured archers. Very missile based, I think, this army, with a few peasants, yeah. They've gone for a missile army. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Again, another catapult by Thrace, some peasants as well. Cavalry, yeah, I think they've got the biggest cavalry army so far. And finally the Spanish, going for another catapult, some missile units, and yeah, I don't have a clue which faction is going to win in this free-for-all, but I don't even know if it's going to work, but you know, let's just press start and see what happens. I've got to admit, that map does look beautiful. It looks like some flag is starting to form up there. I don't know what flag that would be of. I don't know, bright colourland, what am I on about? I don't know, but it's a very flat map as well, which I like. It's going to be very balanced. I don't have a clue who's going to win. Anything could happen here. I don't have a clue. It seems like the British have, of course, the high ground, so it's going to help them defensively. But apart from that, it's very random. I don't have a clue what's going to happen. It's going to take a while, of course, for them to get into a battle. Shouldn't be too long, I don't think. So I've been playing a bit on Medieval 2 lately, and I'm getting used to the controls again. Oh, we got some catapult fire coming in at Thrace. Who was that firing? It was the Spanish firing at Thrace with their catapult. It did actually miss. I think they were aiming at their catapult, so that's unfortunate. But it looks like these two, they're going in for the battle. And it's done by a score-based resolution as well. Oh, we've got some cavalry fighting already, a bit of a flank there. Score-based resolution is whichever faction gets the most valuable kills. So, yeah, just because a faction survives at the end, as we've seen before in these, it doesn't mean they're going to win. There's still a lot more to it. Looks like Gaul and the Germans are starting to fight now. Gaul have a very, quite a nice front line here. It's nothing too, spectacular. It's just very Roman style, I think. It doesn't look barbarian, like it's columns, whereas the Germans, their strategy is looking very barbarian now, because it's, you know, it just looks like it. It doesn't look organised, is what I'm trying to say. But it looks like they're turning around now. I like how the British are actually playing defensively, and all their AI, I think it's Dacia and the Germans have gone, nope, you know what, we're not happy with a faction hiding and playing defensively, we're all going to bring down the British. That's, I don't know if that's a strategy that AI is doing. I don't know if it's smart enough to think like that, but yeah, so this could actually destroy the British if they have 2 armies going on them at once, joining forces to take out the evil British who are cowering and playing defensively.
Your army are running.
Right, there I go.
They almost deserve to be slaughtered.
So we've of course got Spain and Thrace fighting down here. Oh, it looks like a lot of dead bodies already. There's been a lot of manoeuvring on this front, I think. And Thrace, I think they're running away from the Spanish. Yeah, it looks like they're... Alright, they might be turning around to fight now, but they were, I'm sure, running away for a second there. Yeah, they've lost the catapult as well now. Spain managed to take that. They're bringing in the cavalry. Oh, but they have managed to force a little retreat on Spain. They're going to have to pull back now. Thracian cavalry, these are causing a lot of problems for the Spanish. Spain, it looked like they were doing well at one point, but were starting to rout Thrace, but they've lost a lot of troops in doing so, so I don't know if it was going to be worth it overall. Let's check out this front. The Germans, of course, they're pushing up the hill now. They're starting to come into a conflict with the British. Have the Dacians... No, the Dacians have not got there. Oh, they're actually stabbing the Germans in the back. They're coming on the side and capturing the Germans on the flank. Oh, that's going to get them extra war straw, but it's going to... well, not war straw, that's some completely different game, but it's going to get them extra points towards the straw, because they're going to get more easier kills. But it's going to do the same for British as well, so we've got to be careful of that. They don't want to like be very weakened at the end and find that they're fighting one massive British army at the end, because I think you do get extra points onto the straw if you're the faction that survives.
Now he flees the field like a coward.
Yeah, if you're the faction that survives until the end, I think you get extra points, but it's not too much, I don't think. Yeah, of course, do need the kills. Just some chariots pulling out. All these Dacians got caught on the flank a little bit, and oh, in come some heads, in come the heads, yes, the heads are in. They of course forced Dacia to retreat, and the British charging down this hill, really cutting down Dacia. I can't even see where the Germans are now. I think, right, they've got some units back here, but are the rest of them dead? Oh no, it looks like they turned around and started fighting Gaul instead. And the German general is dead.
Now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Press the attack, I've got no units. I'm just spectating. Yeah, so of course the Germans are going to lose a lot of morale now, which is going to cause a lot of problems, but they are still in it. I don't have a clue how this is actually going, because there's so much going on at once. There's probably a faction I haven't even looked at yet. I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing Scythia do something. It looks like they charged cavalry into the wrong place. Charged them in. Ooh, that looked good. Wait, Thracian units and no, it was a Scythian catapult. I thought that was friendly fire for a second there. I thought it was friendly fire, but no, that was of course good shot by them. It just burnt cavalry. Wow. That must have been one good shot that I sadly missed. Of course, they're charging their phalanx units to take down the catapult, and Scythia now have lost their general as well.
It is time to press the attack.
By the looks of a minimap, there's not really many factions left. It looks like there we go. They left the catapult and went for a charge, but of course they get cut down. There's nothing catapult units can do against phalanxes. Even if they break the phalanx and get them in sword formation, there's not really anything they can do.
The enemy show their true virtue.
Thracia looking good.
Soldiers,
Thracia is looking really good. Of course, it seems like they've won on their front. They've still got a lot of troops alive, some cavalry, and there goes Gaul's general. Sorry, this person in the background is really annoying me. Shut up. There we go. Kept talking over me. Was that... Yeah, Gaul's general there. So they've lost their general now. I think it's only Thrace and Britain with their generals left. Yeah, I think so. There might be another faction. Yeah, but I think it's only them. Anyway, how is Britain doing? Of course, are they still on this high ground here? Oh, this is just a mess. I can't tell who's who. Alright, so some Germans running away, more Germans running away. I think they're still in the fight. I don't know. It's really difficult to tell when the flags disappear. But either way, the British are going to start cutting them down and getting extra score. Yeah, the British, they've got, I think, the largest army so far, but it's all about how many kills they get. Ooh, they've actually turned their attention now to Scythia. They're going to kill most of these, probably. Yeah, break them. Maybe they didn't. Yeah, now they must have broken them. But we're only fighting missile units, so they should cut through those. And that's just extra points for the British. We're also going to be able to run extra units down as well. Britain, they're looking really good. They could win this. The problem is, because they've been slow to come into the battle, and they've got so many units alive, they might not have gotten too many kills, which could really affect their score. If I had to take a guess right now, I'll say it's done a bit between Thrace and Britain. Possibly Scythia. I don't know. I didn't see enough of what Scythia did, but yeah, it's done be between Britain and Thrace. I think that's just my guess. And we've got all these units here that you can see are British. Apart from some retreating Scythians there, but the rest of them are British. And they just cut down these Scythians and get that extra bit of score. I think they're definitely done with a faction to survive to the end, even if everyone else teams up against them, because there's just hardly anyone left. Thrace, of course, coming in with some phalanxes and who are these? Missile units? Yeah, missile units. I don't know if it's going to be enough. What else is there? I'm just looking around the battle trying to see something, but everywhere I look it's just death. Everything has just died. There's nothing left. Was this war really worth it? I don't think so. Every single faction died, apart from some British and Thracians. And yeah, what do they gain? Desert. Actually, if you're wondering why this is a desert map, I was planning on doing the Middle East instead of European barbarians, like Egypt, Pontus, you know, Seleucids, all of those. But I suddenly realised that I can do 8 factions at once, which I didn't know before. So I just went and did all that, and ooh, looks like some action happening over here. I just saw some shiny lights. Yeah, face just getting cut down. Yeah, so basically I changed my plan to Europe, and I forgot to change the map. So if you're wondering why all these Europeans are fighting in the middle of a desert, that's why. It was originally meant to be other factions. Oh well, I've only just realised that, by the way. Oh well. Yeah, so Britain here, Thrace, it looks like they're running away. Of course the minimap doesn't show everything. Chasing them down with their head hurlers. Well, I don't think there's much more left to this battle. I think it's over. It was definitely an interesting one, and 8 players in one map is something I'm definitely going to explore again, but mixing the factions differently. I don't know, but of course all those videos will come at some point in the future. Anyway, let's just... I think these are the only enemies that are left, so I'll just watch these charge into the fight, see what these can do. Why are they running so weirdly? Nope. Alright, that's a little bit more normal. Yeah, well, let's just speed them up. We're just going to charge into British, I guess. You can see the British chariots just running down all those Thracians. Have they retreated? I think they've retreated. Of course, that's what happens when you don't have a general. By the way, I just spotted this. Of course, loads of British soldiers left just watching as Thrace and Spain just fight. I don't have a clue what they're doing, but yeah. Thracia and Spain could not agree to join forces, and both their generals are just fighting to the death. And the British are just watching, doing nothing at all. It's going to affect the British score a little bit, but oh well. And it looks like Spain chased them away. And then, of course, Britain will now move in. Yep, for the kill, as I expected. I don't know, have Britain the spectators now? That's what it feels like. And they're gonna just cut down these this Spanish general as he tries to charge down those, but he's gonna get torn to pieces, as we can see. And here we are. We have a winner, and I did not expect this at all. Of course, I'll go through them in order. Of course, you can see all the rankings here, but I'll go through them in order. So, I don't count. So in 7th place, we have Dacia, Captain Ion. He got 143 kills, which really was nothing, and yeah, he lost everyone, but 232. Of course, the British survived to the end, but I'll get to them later. Yeah, the British brought the 2nd largest army, Thrace brought the largest army, but anyway, in 6th place we have Scythia. Again, you can see the stats there. In 5th place we have Gaul. They lost a lot of troops. They had the smallest army remaining, so they took the biggest loss. But 5th place, you know, top 5 out of 7, no, that's still not good. Now we start getting somewhere though. 4th place, the Germans, they got 480 kills. And then 3rd place we have Thrace, which I expected to be a top one, 700 kills and 95 soldiers remaining at the end. So they lost a lot of troops, but they got a lot of kills. And then in 2nd place, for some random reason, Britain. Why? Because the Spanish came in first. The Spanish won. I've got no idea why. yeah, just looking at these, of course, Britain got 1,257 kills. They survived until the end and had, because of that, 656 soldiers left. But the Spanish, they actually came third place with kills, 663, but they came first overall. The way how the squad resolution works is you get more points if the unit you kill is more valuable. So of course they must have like killed like top tier units, like generals and stuff, whereas Britain must have. Well, yeah, I know Britain like cut down a lot of troops whilst retreating, so a lot of their points are actually. A lot of their kills are worth less in points, I think. I don't know exactly how it works, but I think that's how it is. And they, of course, had 131 soldiers remaining. Yeah, so not what I expected. The Spanish actually won. Of course, the game would have done all the statistical counting and stuff, so I trust the game's opinion more than mine. I didn't see everything, so maybe the Spanish played like a super brutal campaign, killing lots of generals, and I just did not notice. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this battle royale in Total War. Yeah, hope you have enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next one. I'm trying to do these every week, usually every Saturday for these, and time lapses on every Tuesday and Friday. Once I get back into it, of course. Starting in just a couple of days, my schedule will be back on track. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed, and goodbye.